gonna make you bang though.
Hey, what's up, family? How y'all doing? How's everybody doing? Uh-oh, I sat on the speaker. Wow, that's crazy. I got this little Bluetooth here, and I just sat on it. Sorry about that. The audio messed up. Peace to Brother Vox. Peace to you, fam. Good to see you. I wanted to do today's stream, and all of you guys that are in here, let me know how the audio goes as we go along through the stream, because we've been had a lot of technical difficulties in the past few days. So I want to definitely make sure that I'm up on that, because as I'm speaking, I'm not able to monitor it through another device right now. So make sure you let me know how the audio is, and I'm pretty sure right now from the jump we're good. Now, I was going to play a portion of Sign of the Show, and I am going to do it. I'm still going to do it because it's a shame. It's a shame. And this is one of the issues that I want to address this morning. Two of the issues come from the show, but one specifically is concerning me directly, and then the other is concerning this pastor that called in and just made a fool out of himself with his non-knowledge of the Bible, disagreeing with what the brother Black Jesus minister was saying concerning Elijah and how Elijah left. And we're going to go through the scriptures, and we're going to show you guys the actual text. We're going to read the actual text in the Hebrew. We're going to show you the actual texts, and we're going to do a little bit of a little reading so that you can have some cultural context about what happened in 2 Kings chapter 2. I believe it's chapter 2. Yeah. So we're going to go through that. But first, I want to visit this because this is just so low of the brother to do. So I want to visit that right out the gate. And before I start either of these issues, before I start discussing them, I want to say like, share, and subscribe. Make sure if you are a new viewer to this channel, whenever you see this video pre-recorded or if you see it live, if you are a new viewer to this channel, make sure that you punch that subscribe button, all right? And also make sure that if you are a believer, to share these videos, because these videos that I'm doing concerning this Bible myths and debunking these guys' bad understanding and their lack of education, this is very important to get out to the masses of people so that those that are unlearned and those that are looking for certain answers will have those answers. And like I said, everything that I teach you guys is going to come straight out of, hey, Miss Beverly, peace to you, Miss Beverly, good to see you. Everything that I say to you guys is going to come straight from either the Hebrew text or your English text that you can read, or it will come from the Greek texts. So it's nothing that's hidden about anything, right? So we're going to visit that. Like I said, we're going to visit 2 issues today, but I want you guys to definitely make sure that you're sharing these videos so that the other believers and those that may not be equipped with certain information, that they can get that information. And even those that are so foolishly coming against the Bible with miseducation, they can stop making a fool of themselves, because black people for all too long have made fools of ourselves as relates to education, as relates to sociology, as relates to politics, and specifically spirituality. I want to say right at the outset that black people have been in the condition and are in the condition that we are in today because of our negligence concerning spirituality. Now, let's jump right into the brother's statement here. And I'm going to shout out Brother Black Jesus Minister George Blanche. Let me shout you out. And I'm going to say to you, I love you and I appreciate you, brother. And I respect you always. Even if we disagree on topics, on theory, on ideology, on application, it doesn't matter. I see you as a great brother. And I know that the Most High is doing a work in your life that is needed in this day, in this generation. And we look around at such foolish, miseducated men. We know that there is a need for men and women of God to actually take up their role as the remnant of God. Those that God left in this earth to be a mercy to those that are left here upon the earth and the generations that may come. The remnant of God, which are you, men and women of God, that have a knowledge and are filled with the Spirit of God and the very Word of God. Your presence in this day is very important. And you, your body, your mind, your experiences are a mercy from God to this lost generation. Don't never let a fool or a miseducated person make you miss that. Your calling, and you not only being called, but being sent out into the world. Is buffering? Is buffering? Okay. Where did it stop? Where did it stop? Where did it stop? Where did it stop? What was I saying when it stopped buffering? But again, make no mistake about it, all of you that are the men and women of God in this age, you have a responsibility as the remnant of God. Okay, cool. Thank you, Miss Jackie. Thank you so much. You have a responsibility as the remnant of God to share the truth of God with this generation that is lost, that is backwards. Never allow a fool or someone that is unable to comprehend the truth of God to diminish what you know about your calling and you being sent. You being sent into this world at this time, in this generation, to be the remnant of God, a mercy for this foolish and wicked and perverse generation. So I said that to say to Brother Black Jesus, be encouraged. Be encouraged. The job of evangelism and the operation that a minister does when you go do your thing is not easy. To stand in the face of opposition is not easy, but the Bible tells you, having done all to stand, man, still stand with your loins girded about with the whole armor of God. Put on the whole armor of God that you might be able to withstand in the evil day. And the scripture says, and having done all to stand, after you've fought your best, after you've lived your best, after you've taught your best, still stand. Still stand. And know this, Sanetta's audience, although in our sector is large, Sanetta's audience is, almost non-existent as relates to the whole of Christendom, the whole of Israelite culture, and even the whole of Islam. Don't nobody know Sanetta? People know Sanetta in the black conscious sector. Don't let 10,000 fools make you think that billions of people that are hungry for the word are not going to listen to you because there are 10,000 idiots in your immediate vicinity when you're teaching. Be encouraged and know that the Most High did not just call you, but he sent you with a job, a duty, and some power. All right? Now, again, I appreciate Brother Black Jesus Minister, and I respect you and I love you, man. And I want you to continue. Now, with respect to what was said concerning me from Sanetta, which is a nut, and obviously he has it in for me and is hurt and is embarrassed and really miseducated, and I like to point that out all the time for the sake of those that may think he has education. Sanetta don't know anything about anything except for this, what he's doing on YouTube, getting before the camera, putting bells and whistles up, running a good hangout, setting up a good fist fight or a good mind fight. That's what he's good at. Sanetta's not good at reading and writing and arithmetic. And those of you that think that, you're foolish. You're foolish. This man can't read good. This man can't think good. And this man don't live right. Those three things right there disqualify you from being credible in the realm that I live in and walk in and move in, which I said Sanetta's audience, which is actually in the conscious community sector, it's a large audience. But in the real sense of Sanetta's audience, being in the real realm of Christendom or Israelite culture or even Islam, your people, your 10,000 nuts over there, your 100,000 people that click the subscribe button are minute in comparison to the billions and billions of men and women that have lived and died for God. Not to mention Nat Turner, not to mention Denmark Vesey, not to mention Malcolm X, not to mention, we could go all into Africa and pick up Bishop Desmond Tutu and all of these people, Marcus Garvey, and all of these people that were real revolutionaries that held the scriptures in high regard. Again, That in comparison to people that you know are uneducated, that's a mountain versus a molehill. So this brother, Sonetta, that has it in for me and that's really embarrassed and ashamed and scared as hell to get in the ring with me and let's rumble without you playing like you're Flip Wilson. He has this thing about constantly trying to get people to come on the air and disrespect me so that he can get it on record and use that as, a tool to manipulate your mind. But I'm going to tell you that if you have the mind of God, if you have the mind of Christ, and if you're filled with the Spirit of God, you can't be manipulated by a fool. Huh? Somebody that obviously watches your show and saw you hang up on me, dude. We're going to play this video for a second, but just walk with me. People that watched you say, in your opinion, not mine, but watched you over and over for years say, I'm one of the greatest Hebrew scholars in the community that you've met. You yourself have brought me in front of great scholars and great elders like Dr. Walter Williams, huh? Like even Brother Truss. I remember I smacked Brother Truss up on evolution one day. I even debated, when I was running down the list of people that I've debated and sparred with, I forgot to even mention the elder Marvin Muhammad. Y'all know Marvin Muhammad? Marvin Muhammad was on Sonetta's show too. I had a debate with the elder Marvin Muhammad 2 or 3 times and whooped poor Marvin to death. Marvin did the same thing that Sonetta did. Hang up the phone. Hang up the phone. When that fire gets too hot, you hang up the phone. Yeah, and Marvin did the same thing, but I respect Marvin because Marvin has actual convictions. Marvin believes in something. Sonetta doesn't believe in anything. So I don't, compare it to that brother that I debated, I don't even see Sonetta as a respectable elder compared to even him. And I know Marvin Muhammad's crazy. Huh? But all of the people that you've brought me in front of saying and boasting of my qualifications, why would you now show yourself to be double-minded? You and your buddy Khalil, because Khalil was another one that just hoisted me up. Oh, Michael Edwards is one of the greatest, and this is this and this and blah, blah, blah. Such a great scholar. But when I tell you the truth, like Brother Paul did, yeah, I know it's buffering because these niggas is the police, Miss Beverly. You notice it don't start this until I start really banging on these niggas. Yeah, it's buffering because these niggas is the police. Huh? Y'all notice this stuff never starts until I really get deep and the Lord starts really checking. These niggas are shameful. You got 100,000 fucking subscribers, clown. What are you doing over here flagging my channel? You weak devil. What are you doing over here smashing the report button like an idiot? If you don't like me, get the hell out of here. If you don't like what I'm saying, get your clown ass on. Well, don't come over here reporting and getting mad and flagging. Nigga, go on your channel and go crazy. I say you got over 100,000 fucking subscribers. What are you doing over here pressing the report button because you don't like the word of God, clown? Huh? I said, just like Paul, I become your enemy and you start being a manipulator because I tell you the truth. You niggas flag my channel, but why would you flag a channel that's only got 1,200 subscribers or so? Huh? Why won't you be happy with your hundreds of thousands of subscribers? Or are you that fucking weak? Excuse my language. Are you that weak? Are you that much of a sociopath and a narcissist that you can't enjoy your 100-something thousand subscribers? You got to bring your trashy, low-life, miseducated, ignorant ass over here and flag my shit? Why? Because just like Paul said, I become your enemy because I tell you the truth. Yeah, Miss Beverly, it's Khalil, it's Sonetta, and it's all of their brainless, mindless, fool-ass followers that would rather manipulate and play games rather than see the truth. But we're going to keep on banging on you. You can flag as much as you want. It only shows you to be weak as shit. Weak. Like a damn tall ass cup of coffee with a gallon of cream in it. You're weak. Now again, after this brother, both of these nuts have hoisted me up to be, at their own words, one of the greatest. One of the greatest. Huh? Not my words, their words. Then I become your enemy because I tell you the truth, so much so that you try to manipulate others into saying degradation about me. But it don't work with those that are the actual remnant and those that have the mind of Christ. Don't work. So the brother here that I'm about to let y'all hear, this brother gives his honest opinion of me, honest opinion of the ministry that the Most High is doing through me. And he will not allow this uneducated Negroid to drive a wedge between him and I because me and Brother Black Jesus have difference in opinion. Our opinion about what we differ about pales in comparison to what we agree on. We both agree that you and this entire world are upside down and inside out, sexually perverted and mutated, spiritually darkened and damp and dank and ignorant. We both agree on that. And we both agree on the fact that there is a need for all of you homosexuals, for all of you dopeheads, for all of you prostitutes, for all of you liars and adulterers and whoremongers and murderers and like I said, drug dealers, but sorcerers, really. There is a need for all of you Negroes to have some accountability. And that's what we agree on. That's what we agree on concerning the remnant and the purpose for the remnant in this earth. Cry loud, spare not, lift up your voice like a trumpet, and declare unto my people their sins, their transgression, iniquity, folly, ignorance, madness, foolishness, all of it. And wherever you have to do it from, that's what God said, blow the trumpet at. If you got to blow the trumpet in front of 10,000 fools to save 5 people, do that. And take the persecution. That's why I started off encouraging Brother George. Because like I said, Sonetta has a large platform in the conscious community, but outside of the conscious community, like in the realm where I live in and deal in and operate in, don't nobody know Sonetta. When I go to concerts and I go to music events and I played for this and that person from coast to coast, I mean North Coast and South Coast, East and West, nobody don't know goddamn Sonetta. And this is a litmus test on if you are really who you think you are. Listen, bro, if the Christian church just learning who you are, you ain't no goddamn body. You're really not who you think and as big as you think you are. If the Christian church just learning about, hold on, this guy going by with a lawnmower. But if the Christian church is just learning about your little bitty nook and niche in the community, you ain't nobody. Why am I saying that? Because the Christian church has been a thousands of years long standing organization, from the root level on to what it is now in its great mutations and tentacles. If the Christians just learning who you are no goddamn body. Hear what I'm saying to you. Huh? The Christians knew who the Hebrew Israelites were in the early 1900s, through Rabbi Ford and Marcus Garvey and the UNIA and the Commandment Keepers and the Christians just finding out who you are, Sarnetta, and everybody that represents you and thoughts like you. You are nobody outside of your sector. When I go and I ask the people that I sign contracts with and have hundreds of people in their churches and memberships and big bank accounts and all of that they got to pay me out of, and they don't know you, that lets me know that you ain't no goddamn body. I said the Christians of all tentacles and mutations for the past 100 years, even more than 100 years, but at least for the past 100 years, know who the Hebrew Israelites are. Yes, they did. Go all the way back to F.S. Cherry. You'll find out that the Hebrew Israelites been a mainstay in this country for way over 100 goddamn years. Do your research. Huh? I taught a good bit of it on my other channel. Some of y'all need to catch that. The Christians known who the Muslims were of all sects, of all types. They've been known who the Muslims were. But these people didn't even know you exist, Sarnetta. So this is why I don't deem you credible beyond your community. That's why I don't look at you like you're a god, because you ain't a god. You are a Negro, a miseducated Negro. A miseducated Negro that's bastardized and has no accountability, not to yourself, to your own spirit, to your teachers and people that look at you like a guru. You don't have no accountability. Why? You've been everything in the book. And I told y'all before, if you're following a Negro or a honky, a nigger or a white man, a black man or a dog, and he's been everything, every religious system. You'd have been a Muslim. You'd have been a Nuwapian. You'd have been a Kimite. You'd have been a Buddhist. You'd have been a Black Panther. You'd have been an atheist. What in the hell would anybody want to follow you for? Only the ignorant would follow you. Only the double-minded man would follow you and follow you blindly. It's okay for people to support you, but I said follow you right down the road to destruction. Only an ignorant man would follow a man that don't know what he is. I got recordings of Sarnetta saying he's not an African. I got recordings of Sarnetta saying he's not a Kimite. I got recordings of Sarnetta saying he's a Hebrew Israelite now. I got recordings of Sarnetta saying he's an RBG Hebrew. I got recordings of Sarnetta saying he's an atheist. This nigga don't know what he is, but is leading you in the same direction, and then tries to have other people with integrity, with convictions, with morals, and with accountability. He tries to soil that. Now listen, I'm gonna let you hear an example of that. and watch him. Just listen. What about Michael Edwards, brother? But what about Michael Edwards? How did he do on my show? Who cares how a person does on your show when you're playing Jack Nicholson laughing in the background like a fucking idiot? Huh? Somebody's teaching deep things about scholarship and you're pressing a laugh button. You're pressing Jack Nicholson. Huh? You sitting here talking about sharks on Noah's Ark like an idiot. Man, I'm telling you, you're God to the ignorant, but to me, you're just a miseducated nigga. Now listen, y'all. Listen.
Hold on, self-hating Israelite organization.
All right, so let me rewind it so you can hear it all. Let's get it right here. I mean, he is just fixated on my name. Why are you still worried about my name? What are you doing calling my name? Huh? If you're too scared to get in the scholarship ring with me and stay on the phone and let me break your back, let me crack your neck intellectually, why are you even mentioning my name? Nigga, you're not worthy to mention my name. Listen.
You embarrassed the hell out of me. All right? Now, but the last exchange that you guys had, he spanked you up real good.
He's talking about Tazariak.
You already know how I feel about ISUPK and GMS.
What about
that's a convict?
What about Michael
Negro
Edwards?
nut.
Listen.
What about Michael Edwards?
He can't.
Hold on, self-hating is.
He won't even let the brother finish talking about another brother. What about Michael Edwards? What about Michael Edwards? What about the time when you had my goddamn shirt on your channel and you told the people that you're RBG Hebrew? Yeah, what about Michael Edwards? What about the fact, like I said, that I've stomped like a pile of ashes every scholar that's ever been on your platform? Every one of them. Huh? And if you keep on saying Jabari beat me, I want you to bring 1 point, 1 round, 1 point of scholarship where Jabari's scholarship exceeded mine. If you can't, you just running your goddamn mouth. You just saying because you're enamored. But I said, prove it. Huh? Me and Jabari debated twice for a reason. Ain't nobody gonna debate a man twice and you think you won 100%. Shut up. Jabari debated me twice because he was trying to get back. He was trying to catch back. And if you say Jabari beat me or anybody out of any of the debates or rumbles I've had, bring your scholarship. This is a Q&A session. Put it in the chat. Tell me. If you can't, shut your ass up and stop being a fool and a hater. Listen.
Organization. And they need to be shunned. And anybody who's a part of ISUPK, DMS, and any other organization that tells you that you are not an African and that you are not a Hamite, and that the white man is your brother, and the African who you look like you should hate and is your enemy, that is a demonic Negro nut cult. and to be hearing that from a pink Negro, from a pale-skinned Negro like Tazariak, who according to their doctrine, if you have one male father in your genetic line, you are not an Israelite. As pink and as light-skinned as Brother Tazariak is, he is definitely a white man.
He called Tazariak pink.
Their convict religion that says if you got one white father in your genetic trait, that you're a white man. Tazariak, you are too damn to be a brother. You are a goddamn white man. And that's why you refuse
now watch
to
this. Watch
and that's
this.
why all of y'all refuse to take DNA test.
All right. What
and
about? What about?
That also goes.
Listen to him.
What about Gorilla Hebrew? You are a goddamn white man, Gorilla Hebrew. Yes, sir. You're too goddamn pink to be a black man. Let's go.
I love
what about
Gorilla
Michael
Hebrew.
Edwards?
Listen.
What about Mike? Michael Edwards, RBG Hebrew.
Yeah, how did he do?
I recommend that if you are a Hebrew you should join Michael Edwards and RPC Hebrew.
I'm asking you, how did he do? That's what I'm asking
Listen
you. When
to
he came on the
Sadnetta.
show, how did he do?
Listen to the hater.
I don't know if I remember that one.
Stop playing games, brother. We talked about.
And how are you going to ask this man, how did he do on one show, nigga, when I was almost the sole Hebrew on your channel dealing with these Bible questions for damn near 3 months until we started this Bible fight, dude. All of them other nuts was on your show licking up in your rectum, dude, for a debate. But every time you say, nah, the Bible ain't right, the Bible is contradicting, who was there to answer the question? Who went on Brother Polite's show and dealt with your foolishness? Huh? I remember Tazariak told you Jonah wasn't even important to him. They didn't want to talk about the holy kiss because they didn't know how to explain it. It's not important to them. Dude, I've been on your show more than almost any of the other Israelites, with the exception of probably Tazariak. You asking this man, how did I do? Nigga, ask him which one. Not how did I do, as if I was only on one show, stupid.
Last night, brother, before getting on the show, man. Come on, man. Let's stop, Jesus.
Wait,
You're a
wait,
black
wait.
Jesus
No.
minister. Stop it.
Yes, I am, brother. Yes,
So
I
how
am.
did we do?
Now, what you saying?
We talked about it last night. How did he do?
Brother, as I stated to you,
And see, he's trying to be manipulative because he goes and calls people, like I told y'all last time. This brother ain't the only person he done tried to manipulate like that. I told y'all they do this shit to me. They've been doing this for 5 years. When I do what the Most High sends me to do, and it hits too hard, then they will call the ignorant hater Hebrews and have them hate on me. Or he'll call them up on the phone and say, oh, you know, Michael Edwards said some crazy shit. Just don't know the crazy shit I said come right out of the Torah. Come right out of the Tanakh. Huh? Come right out of the Greek manuscript. And these niggas ain't never heard about it. So it's crazy to them. Oh, boy, you know, Michael Edwards said some crazy shit. And the dumb Hebrews with no God in them will hate on me and empower this idiot Sadnetta to further contradict himself and to try to suppress me. But you can't suppress me. You can't suppress me because you're not my God and you ain't my power. You can't. Every time you suppress me, God is going to drive you crazier.
there, brother. You know what I'm saying? Brother Mike and I, we had a discussion previously, dear brother. And the only thing I have to say about my brother Mike is that Mike is the #1 Hebrew teacher.
Brother, how did he do on the show?
Listen.
I'm not asking you about the other stuff.
Why are you cutting this man off? This brother said, Brother Mike, the only thing I have to say about Brother Mike is that Mike is the #1 Hebrew teacher on the planet. Now, that's not my words. And I don't even agree to that because I know what I know, but I know there are some brothers that know way more than me. And I know there are some women that I've met that are way more learned than me. But I'm saying, why won't you let this brother have his opinion of me? Why do you purposely have to keep on? Well, what you think about Michael? Well, nah, brother, we just talked about Michael the other night on the phone. Well, what do you think about Michael? And this brother telling you what he think about Michael. Oh, nah, brother, what do you think of Michael? How he did on my show, my Flip Wilson-like show, my variety show, huh? Me playing buttons over man talking, huh? Man going to the Greek. You ready to hang up the phone. In fact, you hang up the phone. Why won't you let this man have his opinion of me, idiot? Because you're a goddamn hater. Because you're a hater with over 100,000 subscribers, and you're hating and trying to focus in and trying to suppress a man with 1,200 subscribers that's banging and busting your head with the truth. You're scared. You're threatened, and you weak as hell, nigga. Listen.
brother. And I told you what I told you. All right.
How did he
Oh,
do on the
remember,
show, Black Jesus?
oh,
Just for the
brother,
fact that you won't even
oh,
mention how he did, says he done bad, says he done poorly. Because you don't even want
excuse
to
me, brother.
mention it, brother.
You know better than that. You know better than that. Every single answer I've ever given on your channel can be verified. That's how you judge whether scholarship is what it is and if the person teaching you is right or wrong. You don't sit there and listen to a fool like Sonetta. No, you go and verify what I say. If I tell you something is in the Tanakh, in a certain language, in a certain context, go check me. When I correct Zion Lex, when I correct Tazariak about the Hebrew, go check me. When I smack you in the face about Greek, go check. Or you could shut up and just come to my channel and listen to me teach it all instead of being a hater. But what do? Listen.
No, brother.
Other
Okay,
than
hold on
that,
for a
then
second.
that means
Hold
you
on.
are lying. We spoke
Okay,
last night, Jesus. Come on, man. Are you a man of God or are you a man of friendship? Are you?
Now you're pleading with this man to try to make him disrespect me and change his opinion about me. Now you're employing and invoking God, trying to play to the man's sensitivity about God and trying to make him crap on his brother when the brother says he has nothing negative to say about me. In fact, he said, I'm a great scholar. You're a hater, nigga, with 100,000 subscribers. You a fucking hater on a man with 1,200 subscribers. Huh? You are threatened as shit. Excuse my language, y'all. We're going to get to the Second Kings thing, but we had to visit this. Listen up.
Man of God or are you a man of just trying to please everybody else? Be honest. I'm going down the line. I'm going to ask you about everybody that was on the show. So let's get past Michael Edwards. Brother, how did he do when he came on the show? That's all I'm asking you.
Okay.
The reason you can't get past Michael Edwards right here with this brother is because you won't fucking accept his words, idiot. You accepted his words on Tazariak. You accepted his words on Gorilla Hebrew. Huh? Why you won't accept his words on Michael, dummy? Because you're a hater with 100,000 subscribers and you're flagging and hating my channel and hating on my name, and I got 1,200 subscribers. Boy, that tell you what I'm kicking over here is straight fire. You heard me? Why you want to accept his opinion, dummy?
To me good, brother.
I'm listening to you good.
Now,
No, you ain't
hold on.
listening.
Okay, hold on, brother. I need you to listen to me good
I'm
for a
listening
minute,
to you
brother.
good.
Now look here, brother. I expressed to you last night and previously that yes, that there were some views that other folk I disagreed with.
Of course.
And the same brothers that told you that they disagree with things that I said. Okay?
Of course.
Now if you want to spend time with me going down the list, how did so do, I really don't want to waste my time.
Now, that's enough on that. That's enough on that. But I want to bring you to this other part, and this is the part of the lesson where we're going to start teaching, all right? But I wanted to get that out of the way because this nigga is such a hater, y'all. He's such an idiot and a buffoon, and he's so mad and angry. But dude, don't talk about me. Don't talk about me. If you want to step up, be a man. Be a man. Get in the ring. Keep your finger off the Flip Wilson button and the little Jack Nicholson laugh button. Stop hanging up the phone. Stop being disrespectful. Shut your goddamn mouth when I'm talking, and I'll give you the same amount of respect. Huh? I'll go down the line in one night and answer every Bible riddle you got, because that's just how filled with the Spirit of God, I am, and confident in what the Lord has shown me over the years, to the point that I've never, ever, ever been disproven on your platform. In debate, in conversation, anything. And if you disagree, bring me a round of a debate, bring me a point or a question or an idea, a theory that I was wrong on, and another person that I was facing was better or was more right on. Bring it. But if you can't, ask your goddamn self, what the fuck are you sitting there hating on me for, idiot? Because Sarnetta said so? Excuse my language. Because a fool said so? Nah. Now, I wanted to spend a good 45 minutes on that, so we did that. Now, let's get to let's get to 2 Kings. And this part will be quick. This one won't be so painful. But the Christian pastor on here tells the brother that Elijah was not taken up in a unidentified flying object. And I'm going to go through this Hebrew text. I'm going to show you the text, the words. I'm going to read it to you in Hebrew and in English. And I'm going to ask that Christian Negroid, why would you call in and throw salt on this man when he's trying to tell you a very sensitive truth? The brother Black Jesus says he disagreed with one other brother because the brother said that God himself, the great God, the Spirit, was in this vehicle. The Bible never said that. And I agree with Black Jesus. The Bible never said God was in that. The Bible never said God was driving a chariot. The Bible never said God was in a whirlwind. And I'm telling you, you've misunderstood it up and down. Now, that's what the brother says. But in the foolish conversation, it's conveyed by the Christian pastor that this brother here was wrong about saying a UFO, an unidentified flying object. Now, listen to the dumb Christian pastor. Listen.
That's why I came. All you had to do was tell them, but that's not the only reason. And ask them, to what end is that truth? So what is the truth that he says he's coming to bear witness of?
No, you're talking about something else, though.
That he came to bear witness of. You don't deny that he said it, because the Bible says he said it. You just have to say, well, what is that truth? And then you could go on to the other scriptures that point out that truth. And I don't want to take this is your time.
Thank you.
Listen to
Hey, Pastor, I'm going to stop letting you get in, man, to help free these.
You will let anybody get in that agrees with you.
I agree with you 100%.
You'll let RuPaul in your show if he agree with you.
But see, what happens is they get so caught up into not wanting to be wrong.
Let me see. Let's go to the...
When they dig a bigger hole,
Brother said, Lord, have mercy.
get out of it by contradicting what the scripture says.
Man, shut up and let the brother talk. Nobody's listening to you, and nobody's hearing this.
Pull up a scripture that
All right, now listen to this.
And that one is wrong, and this is why he came, and that's their big mistake.
Okay, watch this.
I agree 100% with what you said.
No, you absolutely say what the text says. We don't have to, the one thing we have to understand about the Bible is those of us who believe in it, we don't have to be afraid of our own text. Nobody else has to believe in our text. God don't force anybody to believe who doesn't want to believe. But those of us who believe, we cannot be afraid of our text. If it says it, we have to say it says it. But then, so I got to give you the chance to explain after we admit it says that. Now here is what we believe it to mean. The last thing I want to
Watch
say
this.
is,
Here it is.
in John chapter 12, Jesus
Oh, wait, that's
speaks
not
to
it
the
yet.
same
Just
thing
let him
about
keep talking. Watch.
what I've come for. So he says, now is my soul troubled. What shall I say? Father, save me from this hour, but for this cause I came unto this hour.
Excuse the
So
audio
the
because the brother is talking in the background. It's kind of coming through.
You can't be saying that whirlwind was a spaceship, man.
Did you hear that?
I don't want to come against your belief, but
Right.
you can't be saying it was a spaceship.
Thank you, bro.
That's the type of stuff that makes us...
Now, You heard that clearly. The brother said you can't be saying that the whirlwind was a spaceship. This is what the dumb Christian pastor said. This is what this idiot said, a fool. Now listen, family. I'm going to take you through this. All right? And if you got the time and the patience, grab your Bible. Don't sit up here and listen to me talk and don't go read it yourself. See, because that's the mistake that all of this Negro Sinetta's followers do. They sit up and listen to him talk, but they sitting right next to a Bible. Pick the Bible up and walk with me. You've been sitting here for 50 minutes. What is it going to hurt you to pick up your Bible and read with me for 10 minutes? Don't sit here and listen to me talk. Just get you a Bible, pull it up on your phone or something right quick, so we can stop these Negroes' mouths and stop them from saying foolishness and shaming the Levitical core. That's okay. I understand that. I understand that. If you're not at home, I understand that. Thank you, Jackie. If you're not at home, I definitely understand. But when you get home, check it. Check me. Check me. Like I say to you guys all the time, go back and check me. All right? Now, you're looking at Melachim Shani. All right? That's 2 Kings. All right? Now, let's read this. Let's read this. Now, I know you guys, most of y'all don't have patience to read this whole chapter, but I've highlighted some things, okay? And I've highlighted some things in this text, all right? See this? Let me show you what I got highlighted here. A few words, just a few words. See this word right here with the little mark under it? I put that mark under there for y'all, all right? And this word over here. See this where my pinky's on? I put that mark under that word for y'all, all right? Now, we're going to find out what those words mean. And like I said, we're going to read it. We're going to read it, not just in English, but we're going to read it in the Hebrew. And I'm going to ask you, why in the world would you not know this? Now, 2 Kings begins talking about not simply the whirlwind itself, but it keeps on mentioning the sons of the prophets. The sons of the prophets. These people that obviously knew that Elijah the prophet was going to be taken away from the earth. How do I know they knew that? Because it says over and over. In verse 3 it says, and the sons of the prophets were at Bethel. And they came forth to Elisha and said unto him, know you that Yahuwah will take away your master from your head today? And then go down to verse 5. And the sons of the prophets that were with him in Jericho, came to Elisha and said to him, know you that Yahuwah will take away your master from your head today? And then down here, okay, the sons of the prophets. And then even after he's gone, they point out again the sons of the prophets. Again, in verse 15, they're talking again to the man Elisha. So the first point that I want you to know is that this event was not a secret. I said it wasn't a secret. God ain't sneak in with no spaceship, and tipped up. It happened, was known before it happened by the sons of the prophets. Now, another fact that you must know. Let's go to 2 Kings, verse 1, and we'll read it here. Let's read it here in the English first. It says, and it came to pass when Yahuwah would take up Eliyahu into heaven by a whirlwind, that Eliyahu went to Elisha from Gilgal. That word, to take up. I talked to y'all about that word the other day when we were talking about when we were talking about Enoch, okay? When we were talking about Enoch, to take up, right? What is the word? Does any of you remember the word? And come on, don't nobody tell me, no, we don't remember. What is the word? All right, y'all don't remember. All right. We use the word lecha. Scripture, there's more than one word for taking up. We even said that that word to take up or to take away is congruent with the word metatakami in Hebrew. In Greek, excuse me. From the book of Hebrews, the word for taken or taken away is metatakami concerning Enoch. Then we had the word lecha, right? Concerning Enoch. But now we have another word here that's bahalowet, all right? To take up or would take up. It is the same idea. To take up at once, to fetch, to carry away, or to carry up. Same idea, different words. This says, and it came to pass when Yahuwah would take up Eliyahu into heaven by a whirlwind. Whirlwind. What is a whirlwind? Let's define it. I'm going to pull it up right quick, and we'll define whirlwind, okay? What is a whirlwind? Let's define it. I'm going to pull up the definition right here. Give me 1 second. Here it is. Whirlwind definition. A whirlwind is a column. Let me see, make sure I stretch it out here. A column of air. Man, I got this thing stuck over it. Hold on. Let me pull this up. And y'all can do it while I'm doing it also. Huh? A whirlwind. Whirlwind definition. I got to retype it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, come in. Come in. What? Remote is right there.
No, not this one.
I don't know where the other one's at, bro. Okay, here we are. Turning on the Wi-Fi. My goodness, it's taking a while. Forgive me for this. I just want to get this definition for y'all. Whirlwind. All right, here it is. Whirlwind is a column of air moving rapidly around a cylindrical or funnel shape. Synonyms: tornadoes, hurricanes, typhoons, cyclone, tropical storm, tropical cyclone, or even vortex. Then it says, used in similes and metaphors to describe a very energetic or tumultuous person or process. All right? A very tumultuous person or process, all right? Used in similes and metaphors to describe a very energetic or tumultuous person or process. Synonyms: rapid, lightning, overnight, accelerated, meteoric, sudden, swift, fast, quick, speedy, all right? A whirlwind. This says Elijah would be taken up by a whirlwind. Brother says we shouldn't be saying that a whirlwind is a spaceship. Now, let's just have some common sense at the outset. Is a whirlwind a spaceship? We're just going to ask the most elementary questions from the start. Is anybody of you out there confused when this says a whirlwind and then somebody come and tell you a spaceship? Is there any way that you can get this confused? A whirlwind is not a vehicle. Amen? Amen. A whirlwind is not a vehicle. I'm going to say this basic truth again so you understand it. A whirlwind is not a vehicle. But let's show you a vehicle. Now we're going to go and read here. Let's start here in verse 11. It says, "It came to pass that as they still went on, they talked that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and horses of fire, and parted up by a whirlwind into heaven." Let's see this again. Is a whirlwind a vehicle? Because, see, I'm trying to point out to you why in the hell would the Christian pastor interject more foolishness, saying that, well, we can't be telling people that a whirlwind is a spaceship. I said, we know a whirlwind ain't a spaceship. That's common sense. But why are you interjecting that idea when nobody has suggested that? The brother, by word, he even said later in the conversation, a chariot of fire. But maybe he didn't know that the whirlwind and the chariot of fire go together but are not the same thing. You don't understand yet. Let's go to verse 12. "And Elijah saw it," and even it seems to be italicized, right? What it? "And he cried, my father, the chariot of Yasharal and the horsemen thereof." I'm going to read that one more time so you can hear me. "And Elisha saw it." What is it? Did he see the whirlwind? No. "And he cried, my father, the chariot of Yasharal and the horsemen thereof." Sister Jackie said a spaceship. Now, let's stop. Let's process what we have so far before we go a little further. We definitely understand at this point that a whirlwind is not a chariot. A whirlwind is not a vehicle. Even Elisha didn't get the whirlwind confused with the chariot, because verse 12 says, "And Elisha saw it." What it? "And he cried, my father, the chariot of Yasharal and the horsemen thereof." Now, I want to take you to 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 12 in the Hebrew. All right? These words that I underline you. This word right here. See that word? This word. Reish. What is that? What did he say? What did he say? Said, no, I said spaceship is crazy. Shake my God. Watch this. Watch. Watch. This word, what my pinky is. What my pinky is. What is that word, y'all? Hey, Sarnetta, do you know what this word is, dummy? Hey, Christian pastor that made a mess out of this, do you know what this word is? This word is rekab. Rekab. Say it loud, Michael. Say it in the speaker. Rekab. What is that? I said, is it? It is a vehicle, a wagon, or a chariot. Rekab. But it don't stop there. Because over here, it says he didn't just see the chariot of Yasharal, but it says he saw the horsemen thereof. Ooh. Wait. Let me give you this word. All right, let's see. All right, let's back up. I'll give you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna do this one better for you. I'm gonna do this one better for you. Let me see. Give me 1 second, man. Because I want to show you these guys here are really just out there bad. Okay? Out there bad. And the horsemen. Now, before I show you this, I want y'all to tell me. The brother said, Sarnetta even said that God was in the spaceship. But Elisha saw the chariot and the horsemen thereof. Now, if you're talking about a horseman, you're talking about a rider, somebody that's controlling a horse or controlling the chariot. Elisha said, I saw the chariot of Yasharal and the horsemen thereof. And the horsemen thereof. All right. Okay, here we are. What is this word? Let me get my pinky on it. Hey, man. I got to underline it. Let me underline the word, all right? I'll underline it. Underline it so you can check me. You can check me. All right? What's that word? Nobody know? So I know that you don't know? You parasa. You parasa. Or you parasa. Okay? The rest is there. Those are horsemen. It says, and the horsemen. Elisha saw horsemen on a chariot. What kind of chariot? What kind of chariot? What? He says, there appeared a chariot of fire and horses of fire, and parted both asunder. And Eliyahu went up by a whirlwind into heaven, and Elisha saw it. And he cried, my father, the chariot of Yasharal and the horsemen thereof. Now, if you're talking about a chariot, like I said, chariots don't go by themselves. Chariots usually have what are called horsemen, and even horses have horsemen. Those are riders, okay? Those are riders, okay? Now, let me give you another another caveat here. And Elisha saw it, the chariot, the horsemen. All right? And he tore his clothes to pieces. All right, now. Family said, what the hell is my driver battery dying? What is Rakab? Huh? What did Elisha see? To the pastor? The spaceship. Well, what is a spaceship? God is a spirit, one single spirit, but Elisha saw horsemen. He literally saw the chariot, and he saw those inside the chariot. And the horsemen thereof, and he saw him. Y'all want to read it? Have we done enough? Huh? Have we done enough? So what was it that took Elijah, y'all? Before we read it, what was it that took Elijah? Come on, y'all, that's in the chat. Put it in there. What took Elijah? A whirlwind is not a spaceship. A whirlwind is not a chariot. Now, a whirlwind or a vortex is normally what's seen when you see a chariot or a flying vehicle. Didn't we see vortex in the definition? Of whirlwind? Does whirlwind only have to be a storm? No. When you're looking at people in this ancient time, what do you think they would see if you got wind, a vortex blowing straight down? What the hell would you call a vortex and a chariot of fire with horsemen on it? Well, non-Christian pastor, what would you call it, damn it? No, Elisha saw the whole thing. Elisha saw the whirlwind, the vortex, and Elisha saw the chariot and the horsemen. What did he see? Where Elisha roha wehu mesech abi abu, or abi. I'm sorry, abi. Rekeb ya sherel ya parsa. That's that hard word. Willow rahu od. That means more. Wayahzik. Big gadao. This is a hard passage. Wayikrim lisnaim karim. All right, hard passage. A couple hard words. Took hold, and he took hold. That's actually more than one word. What is the point? What did he see? What took Elijah? Come on, y'all. Since these niggas are acting like a chariot is a Bentley, since these niggas are acting like the whirlwind shouldn't be in the story and it's totally separated, since they're acting like the whirlwind is the chariot, what's going on? I'll say it one more time. And it came to pass as they went on and talked that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and horses of fire, and parted them both asunder. And Eliyahu went up by a whirlwind into heaven, and Elisha, or however you want to say it, saw it. What was it? Was it the whirlwind? No. It was, and he cried, my father, the chariot of Yasharal, and the horsemen thereof. A vehicle analogous to the people called Israelites, the chariot of Yasharal and the horsemen thereof. The horsemen of the chariot. He saw the vehicle, he saw and experienced the whirlwind, and he saw those that were the horsemen or the riders of the chariot. Did he see God driving a goddamn spaceship? No. He saw horsemen. He saw riders. Was the whirlwind a chariot? No. I saw it. It is the chariot. What was the whirlwind? A vortex. Mike says he saw the whirlwind, which could have been a tornado or a hurricane. Let me show you this again. Say this again. Where are we at? Let's see. What is the whirlwind? Let's define it. Whirlwind, and Mike says, or open a vortex. Oh, let's see what a vortex is. Let's define what a vortex, because vortex is in the actual definition or synonyms for whirlwind. Look, fam. What is a whirlwind? A column of air moving rapidly around and around in a cylindrical or funnel shape. See the word vortex, synonym? So a whirlwind definitely doesn't have to be analogous to meteorology. Huh? It doesn't have to be. Let's define vortex. What is a vortex? Let's look it up. Vortex. Because I want to get y'all away from, a vortex is a mass of whirling fluid or air, especially a whirlpool or whirlwind. A mass of whirling fluid or air. Now, counterflow, countercurrent. All those are synonyms down there. Now, wouldn't it make sense that a vortex would follow a vehicle? Or wouldn't it make sense that a vortex would go along with a vehicle, especially a vehicle that's taking a man off the earth? Wouldn't a vortex go along with that? Family, what happens behind your spaceship and your NASA shuttles and your jets? What happens behind? Is there a vortex behind any of our vehicles today? Is there a vortex that comes with a jet? I think so. Look at that. A vortex cone. The jets. Look at that. What comes out of those things, y'all? A hurricane? A typhoon? What these people are describing is what they saw. Elijah was the only one that saw the actual chariot. But the sons of the prophets, they knew that this thing was going to happen and be surrounded and concerned with a vortex, a whirlwind. And if they knew about it, these things had happened before. This is nothing uncommon that we're dealing with here in chapter 2. What is a vortex as relates to a chariot? Shouldn't they be together? I'm asking all these questions because I'm saying, y'all, why do we not understand that that a spaceship is not a whirlwind, but a whirlwind or a vortex should accompany a spaceship or a vehicle or a chariot. Hell, you even got a vortex of some size, some sort behind your car. Yeah, that column of air coming out of your tailpipe. But wouldn't be considered a whirlwind, a powerful whirlwind, a column of air. Come on, family. So the Christian pastor making a fool out of himself, trying to be smart and being very stupid and making the story don't make sense. It's just taking all the continuity out of the story. Shouldn't they go together? Or am I tripping? When a plane flies by you, a jet fly by you, what do you feel? If you was in this time, you call it a what? A whirlwind. A whirlwind. But is the whirlwind the actual vehicle? No. I'm repeating this because people are that stupid to say it in public. Rakab. What is the? Come on, y'all. Come on. Tell me what took chat. Tell me what took Elijah. What took Elijah? Did the whirlwind take Elijah or did a vehicle take him? Did a whirlwind take Elijah or did a vehicle take him? A vehicle that had people on it, horsemen on it, riders on it. What took Elijah? I'm going to read it again. Cried, my father, the chariot of Yasharal, and the horsemen thereof. What took Elisha? God wasn't on there. The story doesn't say God. What took Elijah? Say it, man. Peter said, a chariot, just like being her. What took Elijah, y'all? We just said a spaceship is not a whirlwind. Accompanied by a whirlwind, by, especially these ancient accounts. What took Elijah? I agree with that. Plus beats the power of God. The power of God. The power of God. Family. What did Elisha see? I saw, cried, my father, the chariot of Yasharal. Y'all? Not just say, is there anything wrong with saying a spaceship? Is there anything wrong with saying a spaceship? Is there anything wrong with saying a spaceship? Or should I say a vehicle? Or should I say UFO? Really, it's not a UFO because the man identified it and even told you that there were people on it. And he cried, my father, the chariot of Yasharal and the horsemen. I'm buffering now. Family. Say it again. But a whirlwind and a spaceship should go together. A whirlwind is not a jet, but a jet and a whirlwind should go together. A chariot is not a whirlwind, but a chariot of fire with men on it, hell, it should be accompanied by a whirlwind. What took Elijah? And is it wrong to say a spaceship? What else took him? Did he jump in an Uber? We definitely know a whirlwind didn't take him. But what did take him? I'm going to ask it one more time. What took Elijah?